Sutton, the CEO of the Australian Live Exporters Council. Mark, you've been to quite a few NTCA conferences now. An amazing week to be here, but really important for you to be here in your role with the ALEC and working together with NTCA.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think this is about my 12th conference now, so it's getting up there. But live exports is just so crucial, particularly to the northern cattle trade. And, you know, it's also a good opportunity because live exports is very much in the focus now, particularly with the federal election coming up. And we've got a bit of a battle on to make sure we save the live sheep trade as well. And it's just so important. And all the conversations I've had while we've been up here, everyone's just backing us to save that live sheep trade because they know how important live exports is. And it's important for the northern cattle industry to support the live sheep industry as well.
It sure is. And Mark, we always have some amazing guest speakers here at the conference, really hard-hitting on some of these big issues. But LiveX obviously is a front of mind, particularly up here in Darwin with a northern focus. But I found it really interesting this morning talking about how it affects not only northern producers, but the Australian community as a wider whole.
Well, it's really interesting because you often hear a lot of negative things about live exports. You know, it's not supported by the community, et cetera, et cetera. But LiveCorp, which is our research and development corporation, has done an annual study for the last 3 or 4 years, or it might be longer than that, on what is the actual community sentiment for live exports. And by and large, the community really supports the industry. They understand it's important. They understand it's economically important. They acknowledge the animal welfare improvements that are happening. So I think often we don't give ourselves enough credit for how much we are really supported by the community. And, you know, you come up to Darwin and it's everyone knows how important it is. And it's just so significant. Probably the thing that we do need to work on is in places that don't have the opportunity to see live export, where it doesn't necessarily play as big an economic role, actually speaking to those people and saying, well, this is what it does, this is why it's important. And one of the most significant things that I find when I talk to people is actually explaining the animal welfare improvements in market and explaining that if we're not there, those improvements don't happen. And that's often what people take on board. So I think there's a lot of trust there and we can't take it for granted though.
So talking about that trust, how do groups like the NTCA and ALEC really help to translate that down to Canberra?
Well, I think it comes from strong advocacy, and the NTCA, of course, has a really great reputation as being a very strong advocate for the industry, and we work very closely with NTCA, of course. But, you know, it's about getting there, it's about being strong, it's about being proud, and it's about being vocal at the same time, and that's critically important. And, you know, I'm based in Canberra, but when the NTCA comes down, they listen. They know they're in town, and you know, and we try and adopt a similar approach while we're in Canberra. You know, it's about just being vocal and explaining how important it is. And usually people listen, but we do have a bit of a battle on our hands with live sheep, as I said. So hopefully we can win that one.
Look, I think it's a battle that a community like this is really ready to take on and is taking on. It's amazing to see so many people here. This is one of our biggest conferences yet, but to see everyone here and the passion and the drive of industry here, I mean, it's so infectious.
Oh, it's amazing. I love coming to the conference. And you know, it's really interesting. We've started this campaign called Keep the Sheep. And talking to everyone here, everyone's been watching it and seeing how it's going. And it's quite an amazing campaign. I mean, 110,000 people have signed the petition that's associated with the website, which is huge. We've raised over $1 million. And what we're trying to do is it's what an agricultural group has never done before, and actually run a political campaign because, and it's not something we're doing by choice. It's because we have tried to reason with the government. We have tried to explain the impact this live sheep ban will have, and they haven't listened. So we've got no choice but to actually campaign against them now. And everyone's just been so supportive. And like you said, the vibe around this place is just so good. The biggest conference yet. So, I think it's just great.
Mark, we'll be watching the Keep the Sheep campaign very closely, and all the best with your efforts. I know everyone here is right behind it. Amazing to see a single commodity organisation like NTCA working alongside other areas of agriculture. We're all in this together. It's great to see, and looking forward to the rest of the conference, and all the best.
No, thank you very much for having me. If I could just encourage people to go to keepthesheep.com. I think that'd be very good. Go have a look at the website, sign up, and back us, please.
Absolutely, a crucial cause, not only for Northern Australia, but for the rest of Australia as well.
For all of agriculture.
It sure is. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much.